getting ready, getting ready at the dance floor.
Got a new one for you folks today. I got a text from my daughter Stace, and she said, "Hey Mom," and I said, "Hey Stace, what's up?" And she said, "Do you know if you upload a selfie into ChatGPT, it can give you your undertones, the color analysis, all that good stuff?" And I said, "What?" And she said, "Yeah." She says, "If you put in your a selfie, it'll break it down and tell you like what color, what your colors are, your palette, your makeup, all this kind of stuff." And doing this whole boho thing, it's something I've been kind of curious about because the fact is, when I was a kid, when I was a young girl, that I did do it. I was just way too much of a tomboy. I was busy working, and where girls were, hiding makeup from their parents, and then they take it off before they went back home, or wearing things they should have been wearing and changing in the restrooms before they went home. I didn't really do any of that. I don't even think I started wearing makeup. I would wear makeup for occasions, but as far as everyday makeup, I don't think I started doing that till I was a lot older, maybe 20s, 30s. I was very, very light on my makeup. In fact, I still am kind of light. So I said, okay, so since I'm kind of like, because I am curious, so what does that mean? So one of the things that I learned, so let me tell you, this is what we're going to do here. I'm first going to show you the makeup I'm doing right now. And what I'm going to do is, then I'm going to show you the makeup that Chat suggested. And I'm going to start using that makeup for 30 days. And then I'm going to use the makeup that Claude, because then I thought, well, I work with Claude too. What does Claude suggest? And I'm going to see, and they are a little bit different in what they've suggested. And I will see, use what Claude has for a month as well. And then I thought I'd do like selfies, do comparisons, and we'll just kind of see like, does that really work? And because I'm myself kind of interested, because one of the things that I was surprised about is they said that I'm more of a warm palette colors, and I always thought I was cool. And they said no. I said okay. So I think, okay, I'm open to this because I want to be the best Gigi I can be. So I'm kind of curious to see what they're going to suggest. I've got some of the makeup out here already. I'm going to show you first what I'm wearing right now. And actually, I have it out here, right? I have what I use every day. Well, most days. Let me get it here. What I use most of the day, most of the week, whatever. I use Clinique makeup for many, 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 many years. My friend Tiffany was the one that turned me on to it, and I liked it. It worked really well. But I just thought, I'm thinking maybe 20 years I was using that makeup. And I thought I'd go ahead and change it up. So one of the makeups I found was Hush. I'll show you the brand right here, which is Hush Glow. Can you see it right there? Try to make sure you guys, yeah, Hush Glow. But it's pricey. It's like over $30 just for this. So I ordered another one of those before I started this process here. But it's I will have to say, when I first put it on, I was like, wow, I really like the way my skin or my face, whatever you want to call it, I just like the way it looked once I put that on. I didn't remember Clinique. I mean, I don't know what that stuff did, but I just like the way it looked, the way it went on. But what I do before I put that makeup on or that foundation on, I do use a primer, and this is the one. Let me see. I don't know if you guys see. Smashbox Photo Finish. I think my daughter's the one that suggested this to me, and I've been using this for some time as well. And then, so I use the primer first, and then I use the Hush, and then I use a powder, a blurred out powder, and this is what I've been using. This is fairly new. I don't know where I picked this up from, because I've used, what was the name of that other one? It was a blur powder as well. I can't remember the name, but if I remember it, I'll mention it. But this is what I've been using, probably for maybe a couple months now. And then for blush, I actually think this was a sample or something I got. This is from Pacifica, and it's a highlighter and a blush. I've only been using the blush there, and it's from Dana Pacifica. I think this is a sam. I don't remember buying this because I've had this for some time, and I've been using the blush on here. And the blush is cherry gold is what it's called here. And then I haven't always been one for mascara. I go back and forth with the mascara. I've gone, my brows are a whole other story too. But I'm kind of interested about doing something with my eyebrows, so I'll get to that in a little bit. But so I haven't really been real consistent. I'll go wear it maybe one time, then I won't wear it again for a couple months. But I always use an eyeliner, and it's black. Yeah, it's just black noir, and this is by Revlon eyeliner. You know, I it's what is it's just black noir. Yeah, smoldering eyeliner by L'Oreal. So this is what I've been using, and I like it because it's a thicker one. And I just go up and under, and that's it. And eyeliner is another thing that I struggle with as well. And like I said, I'm just showing you the product, then I'll show you some. Then I'll show you some of the stories that I've had with some of these products. Now this is the lipstick I've been wearing right now. Date Night is the name of it, and this is the brand here. Date Night is the name. I kind of like it. I have always kind of gone towards a red or a darker color. I've never gone to a peach or a coral, not so much. I've always been kind of dark in the color of my lips. And then I put also just a clear gel over it. And this is oh, it's by Ulta, and it's just a clear gel. That's all it is. Just like a cover up, but it's clear, so it gives it a little shine. And that's it. That's all the makeup that Gigi primarily wears every single day. Now, with ChatGPT, which I call Sloan, when I started going through this process, they were suggesting mascara and also eye makeup. Well, let me back up. As far as the eyeliner, I have hooded eyes, just like my mom. My daughter have the hooded eyes, and I've always struggled because I hate when the eyeliner gets inside the crevices right here, the crease. And I've struggled with finding a really good eyeliner that does not fade, or you end up getting a line on top of your, on top of your eyeball. And I've kind of struggled with that. Now my eyebrows, they're very thin, and this is one of the things that happens as we get older. And when I was, and I've never been one to really play with them. When I started tweezing them, plucking my eyebrows, at the back of the day, it was a thinner eyeliner eyebrow than it is now. Everybody's got real much. I mean, they got eyebrows, and mine are. As we get older, you get more white hairs, or they start going all crazy, and I thought, because me and my mom we happened to catch a soft opening for an Ulta that's out here by our house, and I was talking to a gal there, nice lady. In fact, her name was Adela, just like my mom's, that was a whole other story because that's not a very common name. But I was looking at her eyebrows, and she was telling me that she uses, I think it's called Anastasia, and it's some type of thing that she puts on, and she paints, and it's like she's sculpting, and it's like, I don't know about that. And then she mentions about, well, you can get your eyebrows colored. What? And she goes, yeah. So you would get the eyebrows, they'll color them, and they'll shape them, and whatever you want, and then it lasts us for 8 weeks. Now I don't know why. Even with the time when that lady told it was speaking to us about that, I even told my mom, "Hey, mom, man, you can do that." I've been quite intrigued about that because, as you can see, Gigi's got very thin eyebrows. Um, I don't do a lot to them. My sister, she does the whole shaping and that. She's got very nice eyebrows. I had thicker eyebrows. I'm Latin. I had, Latin women tend to be hairy. So I had some very thick eyebrows when I was younger. In fact, like I'm talking about thick eyebrows. And I remember when eighth grade graduation, my mom says, "Hey, yeah, you wanna? We could go ahead and do your eyebrows." Okay, she thought maybe the plucking or with the tweezers they may be swollen still for the graduation. No, what ended up happening, we used Nair, and instead of like dabbing it off, we kind of like took it off and ended up with two scabs right here. I didn't do that to my daughter for my eighth grade graduation. Yeah, that was kind of funny. Not, but anyway. And then at the time when I was growing up, the girls tend to have thinner eyebrows. And then I think by the time I wanted to try to let them grow, not a whole lot was coming out. you know. So I don't think they're very thin, very thick. So I did have a kit where I guess you can shape your eyebrows. Now I don't know where it's at, 'cause now I'm interested in that. I'm possibly, and then it's like, okay, so what shape eyebrows do I do, and how do they look? So that's a whole thing that's going. So this whole process just has me curious about all that kind of stuff. So what I'm going to do now is now I want to show you. So that's what I use every day. And what I'm gonna do when I start using the other stuff, we're gonna go on my like Big Dog calls my glamour station, a nice little area that he set up for me in our bedroom, and I'm gonna be up there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna be clean face. I already have my moisturizer on, and we're just ready to knock out the day. We're gonna go through and put that new makeup on. So you're gonna see me here, and then when I come back, you're not gonna see me here. You're gonna see just plain Jade. But let me show you what ChatGPT suggested that I use for our upcoming. I don't know, what do you want to call it? Experiment? Yeah, maybe experiment. Okay. And what they have here, all kinds of goodies here for me. So the makeup they're suggesting, do we have? Yeah, we do have a primer here. So she did suggest a primer. I'm sorry, and the primer they've suggested I use by L'Oreal Age Perfect. I'm hoping when I put my makeup on, I'm going to show you again, and that lighting might be better because it's not going to be right out of my studio, but we're going to be in that little area right there. This is Age Perfect Blurring Face Primer, and the color they suggested was Rosy Rose, which I was kind of surprised that they would say Rosy Rose. But anyway, this is the primer that she suggested that I use. And then, oh hey, and when I put on my makeup, I just put on my makeup the way I put on my makeup. I don't need any critiques at how Okay, well maybe I can do it better. Okay, go ahead, throw something out there on me. But be nice, okay? And then the makeup she suggested I use was Fit Me. Now let me tell you, this is by Maybelline. This is a whole lot less expensive than this Hush Glow. And she's got, what color is this? I think it's a soft tan, is what she suggested. So this is what I think. This is like $12, something like that. So if it works, I'm not gonna. I'll finish up the Hush, but Hush gonna be saying hush hush goodbye. so this is called Fit Me. It's a matte finish, poreless, and she's got me taking the soft tan bronze bronze dew. And what I'm going to do when we go back and I start putting on when I come back on, and I'll say why they're suggesting I use this product. So because I found it quite interesting. And then for blush, they have me using an e.l.f. putty blush, and I do like this color. What's the color? Tahiti. Ooh, I would like to go to Tahiti. I do like the color. So that's going to be kind of interesting, because what I'm finding is some of the product is a different type of format that I'm used to using. And I'm going to use new brushes or applicators. Because like she said for the, was it this one? Because there was a powder. Oh yeah, because I use a powder as well, and never say to use a particular type of powder. And I don't have the powder here, so I don't know what happened to that. But anyway, maybe she suggested don't use the powder. I don't know, because I thought I usually use a finishing powder. That's what I think. I think that's what I left over there. Anyway, we'll get to that. But this is the blush. I think it's very pretty. It's called Tahiti. And then the and the eyeliner they suggested is by it was in New York, and it's Epic Wear NYX, and they want me. They say the black is too harsh. My mom's kind of mentioned the she's thought that a black liner is too harsh as well, but she wants me to go into a brown, and this is what kind of brown it is. It isn't just brown. It's called I can read it here. Oh, deepest brown. It's the deepest brown ever. So there you go there. And they are wanting me to put mascara on. And this is the Sky High Lash Sensational Mascara. And this is by Maybelline. So they suggested this. And then also for the lipstick, it's a butter gloss, which I'm kind of intrigued with. And this is, what is the shade? It doesn't say here. I know they said, oh, Praline. Praline. I think this is kind of like a pretty one too. I'll probably like this one. And this is by NYX. Is NYX stand for New York? I know New York is New York Express. I'm thinking, I don't know. But anyways, by NYX. See, that's how involved I've been in makeup. And then what they also suggested, both Claude and ChatGPT, is that I use eye makeup. Now, I don't know. When I have used eye makeup, when I've taken the time to use it, I do like it. I think part of the reasons why I haven't been real big with eye makeup is just time. I was always in a hurry. I'm the type of person that got into the office. If I was supposed to be there at 7:30, I was there at 7:29. If I had to be there at 8, I was there at 7:59. That's just like, I'm there, and I'll stay as long as you need me to be there. And I'll stay longer if you need me to be there. But I ain't showing up any sooner than I have to. So I think just doing makeup in the morning is just like the bare minimum, makeup, blush, eyeliner, I'm out the door. Lipstick, that's it, I'm out. So I am interested. These are pretty colors, and these tend to be colors that I've used in the past when I have put on, what happened there? But I just started spinning when I have put on eye makeup. So I do like this color. This is by Milani, and it's called the whiskey business. I already like it. The whiskey business. I've been liking whiskey business. So I'll be interested to try these on. So what we're gonna do now, when I come back on screen, I'm going to be right out of the shower, have my moisturizer on, and ready to throw on my face. And we'll see how this goes. We'll see how it looks, because I'm gonna, like I said, I will have to take a picture, a selfie with me with my regular makeup, and then at the end of the video, I'll take another selfie, and we'll have what I look like then. And then when I do the one with Claude, then we'll have a selfie with the Claude makeup. Then we'll have all three. That'll be interesting, don't you think? And like I said, as I put on the makeup, I'll go into detail as to why they're suggesting each one of these items or colors for me. And I'm interested for this experiment. Let's see how it goes. So come with me, folks. See you on the other side. Already up here, you see her. All right. So I've got my makeup here. I already took a shot right there. That's the lineup that ChatGPT, aka Sloan, had suggested. This is all new to me. I'm even putting eye makeup on. That is not something I usually do. So if I'm applying any of this, Luna, get down. If I'm applying any of this correctly, please let me know. If not, Mom might. All right. So took a shower, washed my hair, everything. The only thing I have on are the studs that I'm going to be wearing today. I have the blue because my top's blue. It's a brand new top. I really like it. But we'll talk about that later, because right now we're going to put on makeup. So she suggested a perfect blurring face primer. I usually use Smashbox. Sloan, aka Chat, didn't seem to be too crazy about me using that type. primer. Now, I'm used to using my hands, and I've heard, trying to see if I can find a sponge here. I've heard different things about using your hands. I heard for makeup it's good to use your hands. But I think for the makeup I'll use my hands, and then I'll stop and then go wash my hands and then come back. But I do have some sponges here. So go ahead and try with the sponges. So, because I'm not quite sure what the consistency of this is. Okay, there it is. So we'll see. I don't even know how much I need. Like I said, this is the first time I've used this stuff, so you're my mirror. So as I'm applying this primer, let me give you a little feedback from ChatGPT. The thinking is that my skin is more golden beige than pink or rosy tones. The silver white hair, and navy glasses don't wash me out, which sometimes happens with strongly cool undertones. The rich berry red lipstick looks flattering, but I think the warmer reds, brick, terracotta, cinnamon, tomato red would be even more harmonious. That means you're more likely in the neutral warm family rather than distinctly warm or cool. So that's one of the reasons why the colors for the makeup they have chosen. They're also saying for the clothing that I should lean towards cream and ivory instead of stark white, olive, sage, moss, eucalyptus, terracotta, rust, cinnamon, and camel. Teal, peacock, which I love teal, peacock, and warm navy. Chocolate brown and warm charcoal. And for the jewelry, they're saying more gold and mixed metals. So it's kind of interesting. So let's get back to it. We'll do your undertones analysis, makeup. You know, I've never really done anything like that before, or anything like this before. And I always thought I was a cool. Well, according to ChatGPT and to Claude, I'm a warm, I think they said a warm autumn gold. Really? I didn't know I was a warm autumn gold. I like to think I was golden, but I have to ask Big Dog about that. All right. For the foundation, it was Maybelline Fit Me. I just, probably last month, I've been a Clinique. I've used Clinique at least 20 years. My best friend Tiffany turned me on to it, and I just used it. And I just felt that maybe just change it up. You know, you get older, you know, makeup does different things. You do different things to the makeup. So I thought I'd just try something different. And I tried that Hush Glow. Love it, but it's like $33. And she's on a budget. I did buy another one that I have not opened because then I started doing this. So let's just see, because this was like I think $8 or $10. It said Jesus on a budget. So let's see here. Let's see how this works, okay? Oh, it's just fun. Oop. Too much. Okay. Yeah, it looks darker, but let's see. See how it comes. What? And I'm gonna find it the way, you know, I just figured it out as I go along. Like I said, I'm using sponges. I ordinarily use my fingertips. I think I watched my mom for years using her fingertips. But I thought, let's try to be professional here, Gigi. I thought I used a sponge, because I've used sponges now and then, so it's not like foreign to me. It goes on pretty good. I don't think it's bad. Does it have the same look like the Hush? No. But really, it's not bad. No, and I don't think shade's bad either. Because when they were talking about like peach, and it's like, I haven't used those colors before. But the tan, yeah, I don't think this is a bad color. Put that over there. So when I was surprised that they determined that I was a warm autumn gold color and like more peach. I've worn peach before, but I didn't think I really, you know, I'm thinking sometimes, stuff's in my head. And instead of just like taking it, say, oh, peach, nah. Instead of just wait, put it on and see how you, let it sit a minute and see how you like it. And oh, that wasn't so bad. So I've learned to kind of be more patient with that. So sage, olive, teal. I love teal. I love the color teal. So they gave me a list of different colors. The top that I'll be wearing is like a blue. It's different blues. It is like a bit of a teal, but maybe a darker teal. It's got black and silver. I do have jewelry. I do have gold and silver. Um, I I like the silver with the top, but who knows, once I put everything all together, because I do have some gold jewelry as well. So we'll see how it goes. So there we go. Okay, now I'm going to put on, because I'm used to using a finishing powder, and I've been using Milani Conceal Perfect. They suggested Elf Perfect Finish. So let me see, how do I know I had this open. Okay, there we go. And what they also suggested is to use a fluffy brush. Okay. Which I did have a fluffy brush. And to mainly put it, like your nose, chin, forehead, and maybe that's what they call it, the teeth, and not a lot. So where I was kind of like put it all over, and Sloan said, no, don't do that. So we're going to see. I think my makeup's been waiting enough. It's been about a minute or so. So let's see here. Fluffy brush, but is anything? Oh yeah, it's picking it up. Okay. So we'll do this. See now, the fluffy, I do use a brush, but in fact, I'm going to be getting rid of these. This is an old brush. This is the brush I've been using for it. And they said, don't do that. Okay, so, all right, so you know better. Maybe. Now this is where it's going to get interesting, because I haven't been. I love these colors. It's called Milani, and this is called Whiskey Business. Aside from the fact that Gigi does like whiskey, I do like these colors. I think they're very pretty. So let me tell you how often I had to be reminded how to put the makeup back on. I do have makeup brushes, eye makeup brushes, and but I have hooded eyelids, and I'm thinking that's I struggle with the eye makeup. My daughter has a hooded as well, and so does my mom. So I do know. Let me see if I can open this here. Go ahead, get this. That they usually, where's my? There we go. Eyeshadow. So I know in the crease, I'm going to put the darker color and kind of go in the crease and then go out a little bit here. And then I put the light on the top. So that part I know. But I don't want to put a lot on, because I don't. Big Dog knows I'm doing something in here, so I want to kind of surprise him. I told him, you're going to have to take me out after all of this once I get all dressed up and everything. He said, okay, we'll go to lunch. I said, okay, honey. Because we actually have to go to Target. He's getting some glasses, so we have to go to Target. I saw this little trick that this lady did. Well, first, wait, what was I going to do? Hold the phone. Yes, let me first put the light makeup on. I think I'll do, let's see here. I think I'll do the one in the middle. Maybe this one first. Let's try it. I'll put that on the eyelid. Okay, bear with me, folks. It's not too dark. I do like the color. But see how you like lose it. And I think that's why I haven't really been wanting to put on makeup on. But I have noticed it's when I have put eyeshadow on, then my eyes will pop a little bit more. And they even had me change the color of my pencil. Because I'm using black. That's all I'm using, just black. And they said, that's too stark. My mom mentioned she doesn't use black, it's very harsh. So I think this is going to make the difference, because this is what I'm going to put inside my, oh, you know what? I didn't put in blush on. Well, let's finish this and we'll do the blush, okay? So when I saw this lady, she had some round patties, had some round cotton pads. And I thought, oh, that is so cool. And what she did, she put it right on top of, like right here. I'm going to do the dark one for the inside to go. Oh. No, let's see how it goes. Now, I'll go ahead and do the blush. But you know what? Let's just go ahead and do the mascara. Mascara. Or the eyeliner and all that good stuff. So where is my little thing here? I just had it here. There we go. So, let me put my eyeliner on. You know, I am starting to see the effect of the makeup now. And it's a little bit different. All right. Now, I don't know if I should have done this before, but I'm doing it now. So, I've always counted to 10. So, do that there. I rarely, again, this is with the makeup, I rarely use mascara. So, this is what they suggested. Sky High Lash Sensational. Oh, I think I'm kind of liking this, you know? Yeah, it does make the eyes pop a little bit. And they were saying, I was listening to somebody, and he was saying, try to find mascara that has some type of pipettes, I think, or something like that, that helps. Because they're saying sometimes older women, because they get, they lose their eyelashes, or, you know, just get older, things change. And what they'll do is they'll put in eyelashes, or you wear fake ones. They said really that sometimes will do harm to the other eyelashes. I don't know if this is true or not. This is only to me. And they suggested to use a mascara that's got peptides, that's it, in it. So we'll see how that goes. So I usually use like a powder blush. This is a putty blush, so this is a little bit different. So I'll go ahead and use a sponge for this one. I like that kind of smoky kind of look. Okay, let's see. This is the color. Kind of different. I like that. So much better here. Yeah, I think that's good. Now, as you can see, my eyebrows have gone very thin. So, let's see if I can find it here. I had it right here. I picked this up, and it's called Anastasia, and it's a brow brush. Because, you know, I just don't like that they look so thin. It's a brush. Brush it. So let's. I don't think, at least it gives it a little bit of a shape. Now, I like lipstick. You know, you see me. I usually wear this is the color I've been wearing. What is this called? Date Night. So and I like it. Who is this by? OSO, Dose, DOSC. I'm thinking that's what the name is. So, there you go. And Date Night. They suggested I wear Butter Gloss by, is it NYX? Is that New York Express? Yeah, it must be New York Express. And the color on this is Praline. I kind of like that. I think I kind of like it. Let's go. Okay, here's the gold jewelry that I'm going to try today. Of course, these are my regular necklaces. Gold, you know, a bracelet, my usual bracelet. So this is the jewelry I'm going to wear. Now, that's kind of like standard stuff that I've already been wearing. So let me move this. Sorry for the noise. Do that. Because they're saying gold. The earrings you probably haven't seen are these. These are fairly new. So anyway, the silver is new items. And that's why I say when you're going through this process, you don't necessarily have to buy anything. Sometimes it's just, reintroducing what you've already had and how can I make it better, or how can I utilize it now, or maybe you weren't really utilizing it before. So I thought this was very pretty. These are earrings, and I think the silver will go very well with this top that I'm going to be having. And then here's the necklace, and then here's for my piercing on the top of my left ear. And then here's some of the bracelets I thought I would wear. I may not wear them all. Get a little white puka in there, and of course my watch. I'll go ahead and put my watch on right now. But let me see. I think I need to get a gold one for the top of my ear, for my piercing on top. So that's what we're looking at today as far as jewelry. Now let's go and I'll show you the top, and we'll start getting ready. All right? Hold up. Here's the top that I'm going to be wearing. I love the color. It's a Ziago, and I'm proud to say that I'm now an affiliate of theirs, and which, I'm really pleased with, because me and my mom have actually been wearing their tops for some time. They're light, they're flowy, and for plus size, boho, hippie, it really goes well. And they're very, like I said, they can go with any. You can dress it up, you can dress it down, casual day out, date night. They're very, very comfortable, and they're very flexible. I'm not sure that's the right word to be able to use in different kind of outfits. So, love the top. Like I said, Ziogo. And I've got, I don't know if you want to call these yoga pants, but, after this, me and Big Dog, we're going to go out. He, like I said, we got to go to Target. He's going to order his earrings, order his glasses. We're also going to go out for lunch. And I'm just thinking, I don't know, Gigi, these things are probably going to be a little warm. So I'm thinking I'm going to wear some black jean shorts. So I have those here too. So, but first things first, let's go ahead and put on the jewelry, okay? Here we go. But I love the top. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I'm thinking I like the makeup. So we're going to go ahead and start with the gold, because that's what they have suggested, Slow did. So I'll go ahead and put on the gold earrings. Let me go ahead and put this stuff on here. And what I'll do is I'll put on the jewelry first, and then I'll go ahead and put on the tops. And the shoes, I've got a pair of rhinestone slip-ons, and also some casual slip-on canvas type of shoes. Very, very, just easy, something easy to wear. And, you want to be comfortable. But anyway, this is my third or fourth series in the funeral boho, because I'm learning something all the time. When I started this, mess with this here. When I started this, I did not realize, or did I think I'd enjoy it this much. I knew I wanted something different as far as a style, because Mama says you want a style, you don't necessarily want to be stylish. And like I had said earlier, I knew how to dress for work. I knew how to do that, but taking the time to actually see what I like and enjoy it at the same time is something that's very different for me. And I will say that I've enjoyed discovering new things, and also wearing different colors and tops, because I was always been kind of conservative. I'm sorry about the fan. I don't know. Somebody put it up really high. I know it wasn't us. It had to be one of the kids, and we just haven't changed it. But it does feel good. It's only gonna be like 111 today. That's why I was thinking. You know what? Maybe the shorts. We're gonna go out with the heat. We tried to do our things earlier, but Gigi was busy this morning. Went to the gym, had to do a couple of errands, and had to go to the bank. All that stuff had to do, and now I'm doing this, so it's like new time right now. So anyway, so I got the earrings on. Let me show you. I've had these earrings, and whatever links I have, I'll go ahead and drop them in the description for you folks, so you can see what we got here. And if you like it, it's up to you. But I do like to try to share, what I have as far as information. And here are the two. But I think I want to put some color in there. What do you think, folks? How about some blue? Of course, I have to have my my Gigi bracelet. My girl sends me Gigi bracelets. So I gotta wear them. Because, you know, I'm the Gigi. And let's see here. Maybe some blue. Some blue beads. And maybe, oh, I like this. Maybe some black and gold. I think that's good. What do you think, folks? Door. Yeah, I think that's it. We don't need a whole lot. So, oh, gotta put my rings on. It's like I was saying, you know, I really have enjoyed trying to figure out, you know, what is that I like? What is it that I really like? What is that little girl inside me that didn't really play when she was a young girl, and all the little girls or the young teenage girls were, you know, putting on makeup, playing with makeup in the school restroom, and even though they weren't supposed to be putting it on, or just I didn't do that. So it's like now I'm doing it, and I think I'm enjoying it because I think I'm allowing myself to enjoy it instead of, you know, being concerned. Well, what are they gonna say? What are they gonna think? You know what? I'm 68 years old. I think I can put on whatever the hell I want to put on. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? So this is a necklace that Big Dog had got me some time back. So wear that, and then wear my little lady medallion. Put her on today. I don't know, man. I might just like the silver the way it lays. So far, so far I'm liking it. So let's go ahead and put it on. Because the top has a lot. It's got such a design. I don't think it needs a lot. Because what I'm finding is if I like the jewelry, how it comes together, why change it? If I'm happy with it, why change it? Yeah, so I don't mind. I like that. I like the way it kind of sits like that. Okay, let's go ahead and change, okay? All right, folks, so earrings, my necklaces, bracelets. Okay, and my makeup. Ta-da! Hold on. So here's the top. Oh, Luna. Here's the top. I do like it. I love the color. This is one of the colors that is on the palette they suggested that I wear. I really do like the color. And the gold's not bad. I don't think gold's bad. I'm not sure about the earrings. I might try the silver because I'm not crazy about the earrings. But I do like the color of the top. So let's back up and let me go ahead and put the shoes on. Got some rhinestone sandals here. I love the color. And like I said, I'm so proud to be able to be one of their affiliates. I just love the top. It's comfortable, you know. And you know, when it's under 11, you want to be comfy. And you also want to look nice. Okay, Luna, you want to look nice too? I know, girl. But anyway, I really do like this top. And I think I will wear these sandals. I like the little bling. Bling, 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 bling. Let's change the jewelry. But you know, that's what we're doing here. We're just kind of experimenting to see what we like and what we don't like. And I'm not crazy about the. I felt I wasn't gonna be crazy about the gold. I think I'm just gonna like. They can say that suggest because they did say that because of the color of my hair that I can probably pull off the silver, which I have been able to pull it off pretty good, and I tend to go that way. But I think it's because I haven't really paid attention. Haven't really paid attention to what I'm doing, and now I am paying attention. Not only am I paying attention, I'm taking the time, and I think that's the biggest difference. And that's something I haven't really done. And doing these little videos, I don't think it's like a reinvention or anything like that, but I think it is fun. Oh, see, I already like this. I just like the way it's laying. So let me take off the gold. Some of the blue I'll leave on. And of course, change earrings. Where are the other earrings? Yeah, see, I already know I like this better. And that's what I'm saying. You'll know it when you see it. Because it's going to make you feel different. You're just going to feel good. You're going to feel good, baby. And when you feel good, you exude that out. You walk tits a little bit higher, you walk with confidence, because you got it going on, because you know you're feeling good. Poor big dog. Alright, so, oh yeah, see? See these earrings? Yeah, I already know. I like this better. So let's go ahead. I do like these. And like I said, whatever links I have, I'll put them in the description below. Take this one off. Oh, I like this better. I like the way it looks. I like everything about it. Let's see here. Well, let's put some more blue on. Pick this up. Take the silver, take out the gold. But don't be afraid to experiment. Don't be afraid to pull out something that's been sitting in your closet and say, oh no, I don't know. Just do it. Just try it. And if it doesn't work, then get rid of it. Why is it taking up space in your closet? Because that's what I've been doing. I've been slowly purging through my closet and trying to get new stuff in there, because when I go in there, I want to say, oh yeah, that's what I used to wear at the funeral home. No, I don't want to do that no more. I like this funky little bracelet here. Put that one on. Gigi still wants a little bit of bling. Put that one on. And I don't know about the puka. I think that's enough, because this has some silver in it too. There you go. The bracelets. I don't know. I just love the bracelet. And part of that was started when I was working, because the families were always looking at my hands. So just gave them something to look at while I was doing whatever I was doing. All right. I think that's it. So let me go ahead. Well, see, these ones will go good too. Huh. I don't know. I'm not sure which ones. What do you think, Luna? Either one will work well. I love the color of the top. I think the color is very complimentary. It's comfortable. With the black jeans. It's going to be so much cooler than wearing those other pants. I think I'm going to wear these, the shoes. Because Gigi feels good. And I'm telling you, when you look good, you feel good. Your confidence just exudes out there. And I think, even with the makeup, I think the makeup does help my eyes as far as making them pop. Because when you have the hooded eyes, and it's not like I have real big eyes, I think it does. I think I may take the time to put eye makeup on, because I think I do like the look. Right? Well, I think that's it for today, folks. Me and Big Dog are now going to go get his eyeglasses. The man's going to take me on a date, but let me see what he thinks before you go away. All right? So hold on. Hold on. Oh, honey.
Great.
What do you think?
Wow.
You like it?
I like it. Very, very nice.
Like my makeup?
Now we're looking different tone. Eyes dipped out a little bit. Crispy looking top. Very nice.
He likes it, folks. All right, let's go ahead and I'll see you back next time. Like I said, don't be afraid to change things up. If you have something in the closet that you weren't sure about, either put it on or take it out. One or the other. Don't waste your time with it. When you feel good, you're going to walk out there with confidence, okay? Until next time, you know what Gigi says, tits up, be fierce. See you soon, folks. Thank you for joining me. See ya.